Year A, Lesson 13, Learning to Trust God. Sunday's lesson is entitled Laban Catches Up. Memory verse, 1 John 5:4. For whatever is born of God overcomes the world, and this is the victory that has overcome the world, our faith. Our references are found in Genesis chapter 31 verses 25 to 55 and Genesis chapter 32 verses 1 and 2. Laban and his men had chased after Jacob's escaping family, but after God talked to him about it in a dream, he knew that he couldn't keep them from leaving him. When he finally got to the place where they had stopped to camp, what did he say to Jacob? Genesis chapter 31 verses 26 to 30. And Laban said to Jacob, What hast thou done, that thou hast stolen away unawares to me, and carried away my daughters as captives taken with the sword? Wherefore didst thou flee away secretly, and steal away from me, and didst not tell me that I might have sent thee away with mirth, and with songs, with tabret, and with harp, and hast not suffered me to kiss my sons and my daughters? Thou hast now done foolishly in so doing. It is in the power of my hand to do you hurt. But the God of your father spake unto me yesternight, saying, Take thou heed that thou speak not to Jacob either good or bad. And now, though thou wouldest needs be gone, because thou sore longest after my father's house, yet wherefore hast thou stolen my gods? Jacob told Laban why he had left secretly, but he was upset that Laban would think he had stolen his idols. He had no idea that his beloved Rachel had taken them. She had cleverly hidden them in a camel's saddle and was sitting on it in her tent. After Laban had searched and couldn't find his idols, Jacob was angry and told Laban plainly how faithful a worker he had been. He had never stolen anything, even though Laban had been harsh and unfair. Read what he said to Laban in verses 36 to 42. Genesis chapter 31 verses 36 to 42. And Jacob was wroth and chode with Laban. And Jacob answered and said to Laban, What is my trespass? What is my sin that thou hast so hotly pursued after me? Whereas thou hast searched all my stuff, and hast thou found of all thy household stuff? Set it here before my brethren and thy brethren, that they may judge betwixt us both. These 20 years have I been with thee. Thy ewes and thy she goats have not cast their young, and the rams of thy flock have I not eaten. That which was torn of beasts I brought not unto thee. I bear the loss of it. Of my hand didst thou require it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. Thus I was. In the day the drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep departed from mine eyes. Thus have I been 20 years in thy house. I served thee 14 years for thy 2 daughters, and 6 years for thy cattle, and thou hast changed my wages 10 times. Except the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac had been with me, surely thou hadst sent me away now empty. God hath seen mine affliction and the labor of my hands, and rebuked thee yesternight. Laban didn't argue about what Jacob said. Instead, they each promised to never harm the other, and they built a peace memorial of stones. Then Jacob offered a sacrifice, and they all ate together. Early the next morning, Laban and his men said goodbye and returned to Haran. They had made peace with each other, and they parted as friends. Jacob had now taken care of his problem with Laban and his sons, but he had another problem. As each day passed on their way back to Canaan, his conscience kept reminding him of what he had done to Esau. He was still afraid of what Esau might do in revenge. Besides taking all Jacob's possessions, he could easily harm his family or even kill them. God, of course, knew how Jacob was feeling, and as if to assure him of his protection as they traveled toward Canaan, he sent 2 groups of angels, one to go before them and one to stay close behind them. Seeing those angels reminded Jacob of the angels he saw in his dream of the ladder 20 years before. Now he was grateful that angels would protect him as he returned to Canaan. Let's apply it. God had told Jacob to go back to his home. Could he trust God to take care of him when he was obeying God? Can you trust God to take care of you when you do what God says? The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. Nahum 1:7.